Enough of my football glory. It obviously led to nothing. You know what? Actually, since we're talking about football, I guess there's really no better time to play this clip. I was going to wait till later on to play it, but since we're talking about college football and we all know what happened to old Dumb when he played college football, I talked about my salmon experience earlier where I ate too much salmon and I almost shit myself. Well, that happened to me in college football. Only it happened to me after I'd eaten too many. When I got to college, for those of you who don't know this story, I'm sure most of you probably do. But when I left high school, I went to a small college to play football. When I got to that college, we had to do a fitness test where you had to run 110 yards 16 times. Well, I had spent the entire I sprained my ankle really bad the second to third to last game of our senior year, real bad. And I never rehabbed it because I wanted to play in the last two games. So my ankle was all fucked up. And I also didn't rehab it the summer before college football. I spent that whole summer smoking weed. So by the time that fitness test came along, I was very nervous for it. And I tend to stress eat when I'm nervous. So I ate a pile of scrambled eggs. It was like, when I say a pile, dude, I mean, Mikey, I ate so many. It had to have been a dozen eggs, the amount of eggs that I ate. And and they weren't real eggs either. I guarantee they're like the cheap powdered eggs that you get at like a continental breakfast at a hotel or whatever, like those kind of fake eggs that are actually really fucking good. Like when you eat it with the sausage.
Or hotel eggs. I love hotel eggs.
Yeah. So I fucking killed a whole plate of that. And then when I went out to do my fitness test, literally as they're counting down, getting ready to 5, I don't know, they counted us down for whatever reason, I think from either 10 or 5 or whatever. Right as the fucking gun goes off for me to start running, I take a step and immediately shit myself. And it just shoots straight down my leg, down to my sock. I ran, immediately started shitting myself, and Mikey, this is exactly what it looked like. Thanks to you. Oh, I can't play the audio of it, but here is a video that Mikey sent me today, and this is what happened to me in college. So this is from Rochester, Buckman Road in Rochester. It's from one of Mikey's favorite accounts, Rock Gone Mad. I'm just going to play it here in slow motion. Now, you'll see a lady running down the street. Let's just go full speed, actually, just to start it. See if you pick up on anything.
And they slow it down, too.
Swaddles by. She's, squirts on by. And then they slow it down and even zoom in for you guys. I'm going to do this.
She left a present on the sidewalk, too.
Oh, she sure did. Went flying.
There's flowers coming out. I didn't see that earlier on my phone, bro.
Yes, this really.
A Hershey Kiss on the sidewalk, bro.
Oh my God. So I'm not exaggerating, dude. That is what my leg looked like. Now she's wearing sandals. Now I feel even worse for her because she's wearing sandals. So you know that shit is exactly, it's squeeging in between her fucking toes. There's no
worse smell in the world than human shit. And dude, when your own shit's out of a toilet, it smells horrible. Dude, girl's, I don't know how she's not puking.
I was fortunate enough to be wearing socks. So mine went right down my leg and my sock started absorbing it. And I left out the, quote, best part of the story is when I ran, after I finished my fitness test, I faked a sprained ankle at the end of the first 110 yards and then gimped off, running off to the side. And it had rained the night before, so there was a big-ass fucking mud puddle there. And I went and sat in the mud puddle to try to cover the shit that was all over me.
Toilet, sat down and took a shit.
I didn't shit in the toilet. I had already shit myself. I was done shitting at that point. But Mikey, you talk about the smell. Now, this football field, have you ever been in a football field when it's all muddy and wet? It already kind of stinks like shit almost. Like it already
water. Yeah.
Yes.
Like a swamp. Especially
exactly.
If it's a spot that stays wet, like, oh dude, it's stagnant water and algae and mold and ugh.
Then I went and sat in this stink with my own stink, and this poor trainer girl had to come over and take care of me and pretend that like my ankle hurt and oh yeah, I need to get my ankle
Did you
taped.
tell her that? Did she know that she had to know that you shit?
She didn't say anything, but she definitely knew. Because that's where the barnyard thing came in later on, where like one of the guys was like, "Hey, we used to have this guy named Barnyard who did the fitness test and shit himself." Like they were talking about me behind me, like I wasn't listening or whatever. And I think I quit the next day. So that was the end of my football career. I wonder if this will be the end of her running career. I hope that
she's got a beer in her hand too. It looks like.
Oh, good for her. What is going on then
She's
that she's
spilling the beer.
running with a beer, shitting her pants on
Yo,
a
she's got to
full
go to her
blown.
car and get in the car.
I wonder what she is running for. Like, you think something scared her and she's running and she's actually scared to death? Or was trying to run
No,
to
dude, I
get to
think
her
she's just
car?
horribly embarrassed. I think she was jogging to get back to the car, and I think jogging was a mistake. You have to waddle walk and keep your cheeks plucked.
Oh, everybody knows
You
you
have
do
to
the
waddle
straight.
walk. You can't. Yeah,
Oh,
dude, you can't run, dude. That's jiggling it around, and it's gonna
it's,
force itself out.
Mikey, it's called the straight leg shuffle that you do.
That works too.
Yeah, so, but yeah, this poor woman, let's watch her one more time. Unidentified Rochester woman shits herself as she's running, leaves a little nugget behind for everybody to have to clean up as well. So, thank you for sending that to me, Mikey. I laughed my fucking ass
Oh,
off
you're
when I saw
welcome.
that, and I was like, oh, I can relate to that one there.
Yeah, I figured it would come in handy.